This is when we add these. Again, it's just to help soften them up a little bit. Have done a little pre-cooking of the potatoes, carrots, and beef. So again, this is just to, if you do a little pre-cooking of your crunchy vegetables, it does not take as long for the soup to cook down. Okay. Now I'm going to add these in here. And again, you just want to stir all these vegetables around, and eventually the fun part will come. Stir all these around. Just looking like some soup. All right. So now I have put in my base vegetables, browned my meat. I've added in my carrots and potatoes. I'm letting those cook down. And it's a little juice in the bottom from water that releases from the celery and onions and even the meat. And I've just now added in the frozen vegetables. So now what I'm going to do is add a really top coat layering of my seasonings. And I'll say it's probably about going to be like 1 to 2 tablespoons of all my seasonings. That was cumin. This is Creole. This is turmeric. This is cayenne. This is onion powder. Okay. This is garlic powder. All right. This is salt. Don't be wary. This is not a high sodium soup, but you have to understand how big this container is, and this probably won't be the last time I add salt. And then we have our pepper. Now what we want to do is stir all of this around to kind of just coat everything. We want to stir those seasonings around, because this is the part where we are going to add broth and water before we add the last phase of our vegetables and our ginger and turmeric. So we want to make sure that this has just a base coat of seasoning. And we also add tomato sauce and paste. Okay, so this is low sodium organic beef broth, 1 quart. I'm gonna add the entire quart in here, because we need this. All of this is going to be submerged in liquid to properly cook down. And so we start with our beef broth. Yep. And then because I'm an interesting character, I have 1 quart organic, low fat, low sodium, gluten-free chicken broth. Trust me, this is all gonna make sense. All right, we're almost there. We're not quite there. All right, and then we're gonna finish adding water till we get it all the way up to the very top. But before I do that, I want to just stir this stuff around really quickly. I'm gonna stir that around. Then I'm gonna add water. So then we just use the rest is water out of spring water. But we want to get that all the way to the top of this pot. It's like a little bit shy of a gallon. So 3/4 gallon. Just stir that up. Now we add in this. And we stir this in. Those are gonna cook down. We don't have to worry too much about that. Okay. So just mixing this stuff around. Oh my God, this is gonna be so delicious. We just have a few more things to add, and then we will be done. But that's the soup, baby. That's the soup. Now we gotta let that mug cook. Get the remnants. Okay. Yeah. That is the beef soup. Last thing. These are bay leaves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 10 bay leaves. I'm gonna use quite a bit of this fresh thyme. We have oops. I have to edit some of this out. We have fresh thyme. Fresh bay leaves. I'm gonna get those fresh natural herbs in there. There we go. Those fresh herbs. Just right down in there. Mix that in. And when that cooks, honey. Now I'm gonna add some bouillon paste, vegetable. You could do beef, chicken, but I have vegetable bouillon paste. And my flax and hemp seed, and we're done. Adding in the turmeric, the onion skins, and the garlic. Add a tablespoon of this. That is the bouillon paste that goes in here. It is what gives soup its wonderful, magical flavor. So you just put a big heaping. That's probably like the equivalent of 2 tablespoons, but you put that in there. Then for me to add, I think for real this time. And I'm gonna just do a nice little pour of this. Hours later. And it is done. It's done, folks. Now the only thing left to do is eat it. Bon appetit. Let's eat.